Okay, so this video is about R. Kelly being found guilty, and you're probably saying, well, what does a thumbnail have to do with R. Kelly? Well, did you really look at the cat's face? I ain't gonna tell you, but look real good at the cat's face in the thumbnail, and then you'll be able to connect the dots. So, R. Kelly has been found guilty on all charges. Um, these are federal charges. He's definitely going to get some years, might get decades. Who knows at this point? But I think if he was found guilty, there's a whole bunch of other people that need to be found guilty also or charged and gone to trial. He had a lot of handlers. For one, somebody named Juice, who was recruiting young girls and um, getting them ready for R. Kelly at particular times. If you catch that nasty drift. But I was just thinking, like, okay, so how does R. Kelly make lemons or lemonade out of these lemons? I mean, how would you cope with this? How would you deal with this? How can you how can he make this productive? Well, I don't know. I hear different things about federal prison. It seems like for mobsters and stuff, federal prison is like really comfy for them. And then I hear like is there a federal prison in Kentucky or someplace? Someplace where it's like gladiator school, really rough. I don't know. But R. Kelly got one thing on his side, that gift, that voice. So I guess he could just do concerts for cigarettes, but I don't think he smokes. Well, for whatever he needs. Sing for them niggas. Make them pay you money for the commissary or some shit, or however it works in there. You know? Um, and on the flip side of that, I mean, if you're locked down with R. Kelly, well, shit, you'll hear some good singing from time to time. I mean, he don't feel like singing now, but once he mentally adjusts that federal prison is his home for decades to come, the songs will come back, I guess. Who knows? But you know what? I'm with you, Slam Newton. I do feel bad for him. I feel bad for anyone who is led by the flesh. Being led by the flesh doesn't necessarily mean that, you have sexual issues. But, I always say, I was telling somebody, I said, if I was in heaven or whatever, or before I was born, and God said to me, look, I'm going to send you to earth, you're going to have a life. You're going to have some trials and tribulations, but I'm going to let you pick which would you rather deal with in your life. Okay, you got to have one of these addictions. Do you want a drug addiction or a sex addiction? I think I'd take the drug addiction because it's something about, for me, I know a lot of people be like, hell yeah, I'll take the sex addiction. Mm, I don't know if you want to be a sex addict where you have sex with multiple people every day or several different people throughout a week. You go to the supermarket, you lock eyes with somebody, And 4 minutes later, you behind the supermarket next to the dumpster fucking. You know? Trust me, there's people who live their lives like that. A sex addiction. Uh, ah, mm, mm, mm. But R. Kelly was a fuck nigga that did fuck nigga shit outside of sex. People worked for him. If I heard a story that was reported in trial or testified something about somebody booked him a trip to Disney World, and the chaperone or whoever, the tour guide, was a male and not a female, so they didn't get paid their whole salary for that week. They didn't get no paycheck. Come on now. You's a fuck nigga that does fuck nigga shit. You build up resentment and anger in people by doing fuck nigga shit. And when your day comes, they'll be ready for revenge. But there's a whole lot of other people that need to be arrested. That guy, Demetrius Smith, he was the one that forged Aaliyah's signature and documents in order to get a marriage license. That's criminal. They just gonna overlook that? And what about there's a whole bunch of fucking parents that push their children onto that man? They just gonna overlook that? A lot of them played games with him. In particular, I think it was Azriel's mother, texting him or whatever, pretending to be her and all of that. A lot of them were looking for something out of him, and not just sex. You said sex addiction is tough. How you was sleeping with multiple women and you was addicted. True story. Yeah, it is rough. It is tough. But my thing is, and then a lot of the stories, not a lot, but some of the stories, what little testimony I did hear, I didn't buy it. Now, I'm not saying he's completely innocent, but I think some things they were fabricating, exaggerating, and flat out lying. I really believe that. Um, why should we believe anything what Azriel says? We saw her on an interview with Gayle King crying and blubbering, and then next thing you know, she's fighting the bitch she was fucking along with, R. Kelly, and took his shit and going live and talking shit about, listen, yes, I believe he's guilty, but I think there's a lot of other people who are guilty right along with him, and they need to be charged as well. I don't, come on, there's a lot of things that you could see right through. And that's the unfairness, I think. Um, Other people not being charged. But I think he ought to have paid for that young girl he pissed on back in the day, threw money on top of her and all of that. He had a fucking problem. And I mean, he was able to beat that case, stalled it for like 6 to 8 years or whatever, got acquitted. And he should have been able to fly right. But without treatment for an addiction, no matter what kind of addiction it is, you know, and you just surround yourself with yes people, just like Michael Jackson, just like Prince. You don't want anybody who's going to pull your coattail and say, hey, listen, No, none of people like that don't want nobody around them like that. They just want, yes, Mr. Kelly. You know? Does he deserve to be lied on? I don't think anybody deserves to be lied on, no matter what they did. No matter what they did. If what they did or if what they did was so wrong, why you got to lie on them? That will stand on its own. You're lying because you want the situation to appear worse than what it really was. And I'm not saying what he did wasn't bad at all. I'm just saying that's the reason why you would lie. But, if it's true, the truth of what he did should stand alone all by itself. There's no need to add lies to it. Does that make sense to you? You know? Slam Newton, would you like to? Well, I'm on my phone, but I don't mind going live on the yard if you want to come up and give your testimony about what your experience was and how did you overcome that sex addiction. You know, what was the situation, the moment, the light bulb? Did somebody come to you and tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, let's have a conversation? How did you become enlightened to say, you know what, it's time for me to make a change? Did something tragic happen? Did you catch something? Did you suddenly just like get bored with it? Just curious. Yeah, nobody deserves to be lied on. If somebody is doing something criminal, whatever they're doing should be able to stand by itself. The only reason why you lying on somebody is out of jealousy, envy, or revenge. So, the best thing he can do is I see he's $2 million in debt, but then he has a whole wealth of fans, they'll be sending him money and stuff, money orders for his commissary. He'd be all right, I guess. Nobody wants to buy his music catalog. I don't know why. I would buy it. I don't even hear them playing his music much on the radio. He's like, and I got a question. Isn't it true that if you were charged and went to trial for a crime and got acquitted, isn't it true you can't be charged for that crime again? Like, doesn't it seem like he was charged for the same crime that he got acquitted of back in 2008? Well, 2008, that was like child pornography. It wasn't sex trafficking. I don't know if yeah, because yeah, okay, gotcha. Well, got me. But, I don't know what type of services they offer in federal prison, but hopefully they have counseling groups and he could start working through some shit. Um, all that money, I wish there was somebody around him that would have said, you need help. Hey, I got a number. You can call a therapist. You need to attend some groups and sort some shit out. What makes me feel sorry for him is because he was molested as a child by his sister. And people who've been molested, usually, it can make you go like gung ho for sex, like it did for R. Kelly. Some people are just become adverse to it. You know, a boy that's been molested, sometimes they grow up gay because of it. When you're not mentally ready, as a child, and your body's responding to it, and you know, th- th- they grow up being repulsed by the vagina, but not him. Not him. I just wish he would have got some help, man. Even his lawyers from the first trial, if they knew anything, I wish they could have said, listen, you got to quit it. This is an addiction you have. And who knows, maybe a couple of people did go that route. And he probably just didn't listen because, hey, he's R. Kelly and he knows it all. And he's a grown man and, he's living his life. And it's just, it's sad on so many levels, the magnificent talent that he was blessed with. All those beautiful songs, all those slamming jams. And this is what it's all come down to. All because for decades, this man thought with his dick. He thought with the head that had no brains. It's just sad. Oh, hey, misunderstood. Man, he was on top of the world. Especially with that song, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Anyway, he was on top of the world. But I have a lot of his CDs and I will continue to listen to his music. Some of them songs I might hear it a different way than I've ever heard it before, but I'll still jam it. Yeah, he can still write songs from prison for artists. He sure can. Just change his name and write songs. Have this lawyer set up an account or whatever and go by, what do you call that? It's not called the alias. but it's called something. Like when you write a book and you don't use your real name, whatever that word is, he can do that. He could do that. He's an excellent songwriter. I don't know if they let you have tape recorders, but those melodies that come to him, I don't know. Music is his life. He is music, but he's just a beautiful disaster. Oh, Ghostwriter? Yeah, he can do that. He can make some money. But what can he do with it? He's in federal prison. Depends on how much time he gets. He is 54 years old. 54 years old. We're the same age. 10 years, he's 64. And the thing about it was like, you know, as an artist, you come out, you peak, and then, the majority, they just like fade away. R. Kelly never faded away. He hadn't reached that point yet. You know, even Janet Jackson, she kind of like faded away. R. Kelly never faded. He could have kept on going. All his music, maybe for 2001, is nasty. Ooh, the next case will be the Chicago case. That's where all the bodies are buried. Um, do you mean that literally, bodies, or just figure of speech? Box River. His songs were titled to throw it in people's faces. Give me an example, Misunderstood. They used that song Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, which normally the statute of limitation would have covered, but we have hearsay. Yeah, that's an example. Age ain't nothing but a number. Oh, she faded because of the Super Bowl scandal? Did they do that on purpose? Misunderstood. I'm not really sure what exactly happened. Was that really planned or what? Because if that was planned, yeah, that was an idiot move on Janet's part. I don't know. One thing, he started to get weird around 2000 with Trapped in the Closet. Pied Piper references. He's been low key done since then. Figure speech. Um, One thing about Janet, and maybe you'll agree with me, I thought she was much sexier with her clothes on than when she started, like she did this concert series and it was on HBO, and then you would see her go and change in her dressing room and she'd take off all her clothes and they would like blur out her private parts and stuff. And I just, she like turned into this sex kitten. And she just began to be a little bit on the trashy side. And it wasn't necessary for her to do that. Janet can be dressed from head to toe and be more sexier than even herself, butt naked. Oh, well, they can't really try her, but that was tried in Florida. Hey, I love Janet. I'm a huge fan of Janet, but one thing about her is that she don't mind having people around her that's going to tell her the truth. They're doing an extra dress rehearsal, and because of that, oh wow, you appreciate the trashy side of Janet. I bet you do. Dress rehearsal, and that's why. Oh, it was planned to be covered. You know, um, I don't know. I still can't make sense of it, but she just I'm glad she put her clothes back on. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, so even she faded. Madonna faded. But R. Kelly never faded. What faded him was this bullshit. Oh Lord. But wow. Well, I think she can make a comeback, I guess. I think she still has it to see. What I'm trying to say is I can see her seeing those days again of Control and Rhythm Nation, even at her age. For some reason, she still can reach the younger generation. Madonna can't do that. Yeah, he's multi talented. Yeah, she can see those days again. She really can. If she put her mind to it, she really can, and generate a whole new wealth of fans. You know, but it's always good to have at least one person who's willing to tell you the truth, no matter what, no matter how you're gonna take it. You know, you always need people like that around you because you can get anybody can become misguided and you know just on the path of losing their way. And for me, I would always want somebody, hey, you see me going down the wrong way, please feel free to come and tell me, talk to me, communicate. Because I might not see something that you see. Well, you know what, misunderstood? I can't stand Madonna. I'm very biased. Yeah. No, darling, I'm a New Yorker, but I live in Atlanta. Yeah, I admit. Yeah, I can't stand Madonna. I never respected her. Never. And you know who's like Madonna and Beyonce combined? I call Madonce. Wait for it. Little Nas X. I call that nigga Madonce. First, I saw him as the black male or the the gay male by Beyonce. But then I saw his last video, the prison, this latest song he got out. And I'm like, you're very Madonna-ish too. So I just call him Madonce. Yep, Little Nas X. Talk about fuck the kids. No, fuck you. And your time needs to be up. Your music sucks anyway. But when I see him perform, he's very Madonna and Beyonce-ish. He really is. More, he's Beyonce in his performances. And what makes him Madonna-ish to me is the debauchery he promotes. Little Nas X. Hey, you guys, listen. I want to introduce you to this new channel. Hold on. Simba, come on. Chill, lay down. Stop, lay down. Do you hear this cat purring? He wants me to pet him. Stop it. Um, Hold on. There's this channel. Ickdmel. Ickdmel or something. Ickdmel. I just came across him the other day, and he's covering the Gabby and Brian case. But he has like the best audience, the best phone calls ever. He gets the craziest people to call in. I can't even, you just have to go and listen yourself. He be having like 20,000 people in his chat. I'm not exaggerating. He has like 20,000 people watching him. And his calls are hysterical. I don't want to tell you about this call he had. What is today? Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or Saturday. He had this call. I can't even tell you about it because I will ruin it. But yo, the looniest people call into his show. Comedy. Comedy. Why is my cat purring so loudly? Okay. Do I want you to come over and pet my cat? What do you think, Simba? Somebody wants to come over and pet you. What'd you say, Simba? Simba says you probably want to come over and lick me. Now, misunderstood. I'm just being silly. Flirt with me, I'll flirt with you back. Yeah, but Ickedmel. Hysterical. He has like the best audience. Oh, you stuffed kitties, huh? Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Fresh. But anyway, again, I just feel bad for that man. Um, his sister's disgusting, but he loves his sister. Mm. Yeah, I know. It's a troll. Mm, mm, mm. But he's a silly troll. I like silly and happy trolls. They don't mean no harm. They don't want to hurt you. They don't want to ruin your life. They just want to come in your chat and crack jokes, maybe roast you. I'm fine with that. It's them evil trolls that, I don't particularly care for. And even that's an understatement. Where are you from? 9.75. I'm going to add a zero and play that number. But, what's the matter, Simba? He wants to lay on top of the phone. He is a pain in the neck. But you're so sweet. Yeah, you want me to scratch your neck. There you go. Ooh, that feel good, don't it? He's like, yeah, right there, right there. Ooh, that's the spot, girl. Ooh, yeah. You from Brownsville. Yeah, it is. It is. But anyway, I started my um whole house deep cleaning this morning. And I'm getting an early start. I usually do it like early November for the holidays. But I started this morning and I figure I'll just do a room a day. Usually 4 days. When I had my condo in Howard Beach, it was a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, kitchen, living room, 2 patios. And that would take me like a day and a half to deep clean that place. This house takes me 4 days. That's if I, does it take me 4 days or 2 or 3? Maybe 3. But that's if, I just dedicate those days from morning to night cleaning. But I'm not going to do it that way this time. I'm just going to go room by room every day since I'm starting so early. Wow. And so when I say deep cleaning, that means everything gets cleaned in a room. That means the doors, the baseboards, the windowsills, the windows, the blinds, everything that the eye can see gets cleaned. Everything. That's a deep cleaning. And so that's what I did today. I did the media room and one bedroom. So I actually did two rooms today. And tomorrow I'll do the other bedroom and all of that. And I'll save the kitchen for last. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's therapeutic. So I've been listening to YouTube and stuff. Well, put it this way. I do have 7 bedrooms. That's just the bedrooms. Yeah. I'm from Brownsville. Okay. I wonder who you really are. I wonder who you really are. We can use a different bedroom every day. I wonder who you really are. Yeah, so I think that's it for now. I'm going to take a nap. And I will be back in the wee hours of the morning to continue reading Inside the Mind of BTK. Um, hmm. It might not be so drab to y'all as I think it might be. It's interesting to me. But I just can't wait till it's good, but I can't wait to get to the super, super good parts. Yeah, man. I've just been reading and not really having much commentary. But when it gets into the mind of that fool, oh, I'm going to have a lot to say. You know, BTK is rich. And I think I talked about this before. I don't mean rich financially, but he is rich. He's a rich character. And I'll just leave it at that. You're going to see what I mean by rich. Um, you know, there's a lot of content creators who are really mentally sick. And because of that, they generate a large audience. It's true, and you know it's true. The crazy people have the largest audience. And that's because they are rich. And I'm not talking about money. They're rich. And some people, thank God, I'm not rich. Oh Lord. I'm being trolled, misunderstood. I wonder who this is, though. Um, it might be like 9, 10 o'clock your time. Yeah, somewhere around there. But oh, just wait till you hear how rich BTK is. Oh, you're gonna bug out because it bugged me out. And like I said, you know, I didn't realize he was rich. You know, when I first heard about him and read about him, I just thought he was boring. He is far from boring. This nigga is super rich. I've never heard of anybody like him. Talk about being unique. Thank God. Well, no, you can't even say it is just one of. Look, I'm just saying. I He just boggles the mind. It's like, really? You really think like this? You really do these things? And I'm not even talking about murdering people. The shit he does, it's it just leaves you like, wow. And nobody knew you did this crazy shit. Not even your wife of 30 years. He had all types of crazy shit. And I ain't going to be specific because I don't want to ruin it for you. In a special drawer in the house. And he told his wife, don't ever look in this drawer. And she never looked in the drawer. Married to the man for 30 years. Never looked in the drawer because he said not to look in it. But those are pilgrims for you. Because if it was a black woman, soon as he left to go to work, what we gonna do? Make a beeline straight to that drawer? What's in this drawer you don't want me to see? And if she would have done that, she would have found some stuff, honey. That's a good wife. Yeah, okay. Madam Whip Ass 7 at Gmail. I would rather have a smaller platform. Child, I know that's right. I know that at a point when it comes to pics, just ignore. You're getting audience engagement. No, for you, it would be at night. So it'll be like 9, 10 o'clock tonight for you. Don't look in my closet. Yeah, okay. I'm actually in Atlanta, but I was born and raised in New York. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, just wait till we get to those parts. Wow. Yeah, I bet you will be. But yeah, so I just not until I read this book did I really become aware of who BTK really is. And so I'd like to leave you with this thought. When you was a little kid, maybe you had a bad dream. You ran to your mother, your parents, or whatever. And maybe in your dream, a monster was chasing you, whatever. And they said, oh, there's no such things as monsters. I'm going to need you to forget that shit. They didn't know any better. There are such things as monsters, and they are human. There are monsters among us. There are monsters with YouTube channels. There are monsters who have camera slips and they be wiping the crust out of their eyes with arthritic fingers. To know when you're happy, you have to experience sadness, or how else can you measure happiness? You know what? That's true. But when I was talking about rich, I wasn't talking about money when it comes to BTK. He wasn't rich at all financially. But if you listen to the book, you'll see what I mean by rich. But on another note to what you're saying, if you don't never go through nothing, how can you, know that God can bring you out if you don't never go through nothing? How can you see God if you don't never go through nothing? How can you be delivered and set free if you don't ever go through nothing? So that's why it's good to be thankful in all things. All. The good, the bad, the ugly, the trials, the tribulations, the ups, the downs. In all things, just be thankful. Hi, John Anderson. Who is John Anderson? Oh, the trolls are busy, misunderstood. Who is John Anderson? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. All right, I'm going to go because the freaks are coming out, Miss Underwood. One of your troll buddies. Why are you acting like you don't know who that is? They'll probably texting each other. Yeah, let's troll Madam with ass. And you want to act like you don't know who that is. You're not a troll and you like my content? Well, why thank you, John Anderson. I don't know. You just came in here talking about Madam with ass. I want you. That seemed a little bit trollish. But if you say you're not a troll, you're not a troll. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I really do. So, well, yes, I am. Thank you for that too. Inside and out, honey. Am I cheating on you already? I've never been a cheater, but I think I will start being one. I don't know. I'm starting to see things differently now. You know? That doesn't mean I'll be sexing two guys, at different times, like, I'm dating this two guys and, when I get with this one, I get with that one and, all of that. No. But just maybe, not being so honest anymore in relationships. I don't know. Starting to think a little different. Check my email. Okay, I will. You know, just not being, I should say, not being committed, so committed like I've always been. Put it that way. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's coming with my old age. You know, I am an old lady. I'm old. But I still get dates. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm going through some changes. I'll be committed. Oh, Lord. The trolls, the trolls. I will check my email. Something about the way you're writing, John Anderson. I think I know who you are for some reason, but I'm going to check my email. But anyway, you know what? I'm going to write R. Kelly. But wait a minute. He can't read. That won't be fun. That won't be fun. I can't write R. Kelly. I need to write Chris, though. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to go. But I'm going to go. I'm going to go now. Because I need to take a nap. The baby get something to eat a little later. Cook something. Mm, mm, mm. Found guilty. Well, all I can say is R. Kelly, sing, nigga, sing. Maybe. Might be. But I'm gonna check my email. Anyway, let me go. I keep saying I'm going. You cook in the nude. What is wrong with you? You so silly. All right. Y'all have a great rest of your afternoon and I'll catch up with you soon. Peace.